Hello, we're going to talk about Frasier today. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I have not seen the original Frasier. I've heard of the original show called Frasier, but I've never seen it. I know there were repeats of Voxel back in the day, but I've heard the name, but I've never seen the show. So yeah, so I might be a little bit rusty with my Frasier stuff, but if you know Frasier, let me know in the comments, guys, as well. So even though I haven't seen Frasier, I have seen some other sitcoms as well. Like I seen Will and Grace. I haven't seen the new reboot one. Actually, my friend was saying that you like don't watch the reboot. It's awful. They redid the ending, so I'm not sure if that's true. Although I did watch some clips online on the new show, and it's very political. As I haven't seen the original Frasier, I can tell you right now, I'm watching Seinfeld, and my mom says to me, "You need to watch Seinfeld," because sometimes I'll be out there, in the kitchen area, and my mom will just have like Seinfeld back in the background sometimes doing something or whatever, and I think my mom loves Seinfeld. It's got a lot of interesting commentaries on what life is like today. And I heard they're bringing Seinfeld back as well. And when I told my mom, she was like so excited for it as well because I think she likes the show as well. I gotta be honest with you, I like Seinfeld, but it's not one of my favorite shows. As well, you might disagree with me. It's not one of my favorite shows to watch. But I can understand why people love it so much. As well. So yeah, so anyway, Frasier. Now, for a reboot, you would think all of the original characters would come back to do a Frasier reboot. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Only Kelsey Grammer, who plays Frasier, is the only one who has come back for his reboot. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm not sure why. Like, I don't understand why actors think that, they could be so popular out of something and not come back to do like a reunion show or a reboot of a show as well. I just don't understand that. I've never understood that, but he is the only one that came back for the show, and I think that says a lot of things about, the other actors as well not coming back. Maybe they tried to get them back as well. Maybe they tried to maybe Paramount, because it's by Paramount, by the way. Maybe they tried to get the original cast back, but maybe they didn't want to, or maybe I don't know why. That Frasier made them household names as other sitcoms did as well, to Seinfeld and Will and Grace and other sitcoms as well. So I don't know why they didn't come back. Although, can I spoil this or not? I don't know. But one of the returning characters comes back in the finale, and I don't know who that character is. Like, oh hey, there's blah blah from whatever. Because I haven't seen the original Frasier show as well, so I don't know all of these characters. When they mentioned the characters in the show, I'm like, I don't know who that is. What are you talking about? So even though it is weird not to have a sitcom with all the other characters back. I find that a bit odd as well. But they did their best. I still think it's pretty great. Even though I didn't know what they were referencing or what they were saying about the other old characters as well. So yeah, so anyway, the episode, the story basically focused on Frasier and Freddie, who are father and son, and I love father and son stories. I'm glad that's coming into more in mainstream time as well, because I think that's so important for fathers and sons to get the moments, male characters to get the moments as well, instead of actually female empowerment. Instead of actually female empowerment characters as well, which I love as well. But sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of a change, and I think it's a good idea. The first episode, we'll talk about it's so, Frasier is so funny as well. Let me just say it right now. Frasier is just so funny. But anyway, but also Frasier has a lot of heart to heart moments, which we'll get to later on. There's one in particular. So this scene, the first scene of this show, they talk about like they pay homage to an actor who was in Frasier, but unfortunately passed away. I felt like this actor passed away like a while ago now, not like this year or so. And the way that they handled, death and stuff to this actor, they kind of paid tribute to this actor, sorry, as well. They did it really well. They didn't, sugarcoat it. They didn't do anything. They just said, they made their peace with it. And I feel like, sometimes when it comes to that thing, it's very hard to balance both. But I think they did it really well, and they tributed this actor very well as well. So so rest in peace to whoever passed away. But you know, the way they did that was very well. And I actually teared up like, oh my god, this is so sad. I don't know who this person is. But, you know, moments like that kind of get to you. And I thought that was a nice moment between Freddie and Frasier because they're finally bonded in the scene as well. And there's also other moments in the show as well. So I thought that was a very heartfelt moment as well. Now, I said also Frasier is very funny. It's so funny. It was such a funny show. They've got a lot of jokes. And I think the standout moment for me was in the finale, which was the Christmas episode. I was a bit worried. I'm like, oh no, this is going to be a sad Christmas episode. Please don't. I already had COVID last year. Please don't make me watch a sad Christmas episode of Frasier. But I wasn't sad, luckily. Thank God for that. You know, COVID was sad enough for me and my family, so I don't need that. So yeah, so anyway, the way, so David and Alan, you know, come up with a really cool game, and I think this is a really good idea. You should play this game as well if you get a chance to. They should make it like a real life game. I feel like that's the kind of the purpose. They play kind of like, I would say, you know, they play like a social game. You know, they try to, you know, get the guests to say a Christmas. First it was Christmas ideas, and then it was a Christmas ornament or Christmas something else, and I thought the running joke was really funny. Like, I really enjoyed that. Like, I laughed so much. I'm like, oh no, you know. But anyway, it's so funny. Like, the way they handled it was so funny. So really good stuff. Also, like I said, Frasier has very some heart-to-heart moments, and there was another one in another episode where you know, because Frasier and his ex Lilith shows up, and it's his son and it's Freddie's birthday basically, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can totally relate to this because I don't know if you noticed, but I come from divorced parents. I think they got divorced a very long time ago, back when I was really really little, so it was like a long time ago, and to see a couple not together who has separated and who are divorced parents of their only son, it's relatable to me. And very interested to see that in today, because you don't see a lot of that, you know, portrayed, you know, in movies or TV shows. Because when I was younger, I would always look at, you know, 4 family members. They would have a mum and a dad. I'm like, how come I don't have a dad? I've kind of come to terms with that. But I think it's nice to see that, you know, if you come from divorced parents, it's nice to see that up on screen, and like, you're not the only one who's going through that as well. So I think that was a nice touchy message to send out there who have divorced parents as well, and I thought that was really relatable to me as well. So yeah, so anyway, let's talk about characters. I'm not going to talk about Frasier because Frasier is like the exact same from the original, I think, so we're not going to talk about Frasier here, but other standouts, Jackie Carbot Scott, who plays Freddie on the show. He does a really good job. I know people were bagging about saying, oh, you know, Freddie's too sarcastic. I'm like, you do realize Frasier is kind of like a big personality as well. I think that's where Freddie gets it from. And I like Freddie. He's a bit sarcastic as well. And I'm a bit sarcastic as well myself. So I can totally relate to Freddie a bit like that. And he's not. I feel like people get the wrong message of what sarcastic means. Sarcastic means like just like, you know, having a very dry wit of a sense of humor. And I do have that as well. And also, you know, I don't think he's playing Frasier down. I think he's leveling him up in some ways, because in some of the episodes, you know, they focus on the father and son relationship, and I feel like Freddie's a really good, and the actor is a really good foil to Frasier as well. So I think that really worked out for the both of them as well. You know, he's not like taking Frasier down one peg. He's not doing that. He's just, you know, with big personalities, you have to have both characters who have big personalities that clashes heads, and I think they did a really good job here as well, displaying that as well. Also, other standouts, it's Jess Sagurio, who plays Evie. I really loved her. She was such a fun character, very fantastic character as well. I love her hair. I just, you know, I just got blonde streaks in my hair, so hey, we can relate. I love her curly hair. I love her personality in the show. I think she did a really good job as well. So, you know, shout out to her as well. She did a really good job at playing Evie as well. She did a wonderful job. I really enjoyed her as well. Kind of like Evie's kind of like a funky cool chick, and that kind of, you know, it kind of reminds me of me, because I'm a bit kind of a fun cool chick as well. Now, Toast O'Gadol, who plays Olivia. Now, I was a bit nervous, like, oh no, we're going to have another Nancy another Nancy here. Because if you haven't seen my Grease Rise of the Pink Ladies review, I said that Nancy was just, you know, totally bonkers and out of the wall character, and I feel bad for some of these newcomers, you know, having to deal with the pressure of a very iconic character or new character, or they haven't acted before. So I do worry about that a bit when it comes to newcomers. As long as they got someone that has been acting for years, like Kelsey Graham or Tim Allen, I'm sure they're fine as well. Now, at first I found Olivia very annoying. She's a very annoying character as well. Like in the first episode, she wants Frasier to come and work at the was it college school or something? I don't know. The school, and I'll be like, wait a sec, you can't bait Frasier into this teaching role, because he perfectly said I didn't want to, and he's like, oh, perfect, you'll start tomorrow. So that was like a bit annoying. So yeah, in some of the early episodes, she was a bit annoying, a bit not off, a bit, like, I don't know, it's gonna work out. But she wasn't in one of the episodes, which I was so happy about. But after that, she kind of, calmed down as a character. Now I'm not sure I'm said, they're like, excuse me, you need to lower your character down a little bit. Or maybe she was like, this doesn't seem right. Maybe she was looking at the script like, I need to make Olivia more relatable as well. So she did that also. Olivia's not my favorite character, but I respect, whoever, told her to, like, take it down a notch. It really worked wonders. So I think, to her credit, she did a really good job as well. Not my favorite character, but she kind of calmed down once you kind of, she kind of calmed down, as well. She wasn't as annoying as some of the later episodes as well. So I thought that was a really good idea to do as well. So that's also, you're probably wondering, do I need to see Frasier, the original Frasier, to watch this one? Not necessarily. I mean, you don't have to. Like, I haven't seen it. I don't know who the half of these characters are. So yeah, so even though I haven't seen the original Frasier, I had a lot of fun. And you don't have to watch the original to watch Frasier. Like, it's not a continuation. If it was a continuation of the show, I would probably watch it, but because it's not a continuation, it's a whole new series, it's a whole new bunch of characters, and I think you don't need the original characters to do a new spin-off show like this as well. So so if you're a big hardcore fan of Frasier, definitely check out the original show as well. But if you're just casual like me, like, yeah, I'll check this out because it's so funny, I don't care if I need to see the original. So yeah, so those are my thoughts on Frasier season 1. What do you think of the show? Have you seen it? It's so funny. Last time I checked a while ago, it was like top 10 on Prime Video, because I don't have Paramount Plus here. So it's charting really high. I feel it was like a number 1 or number 10 last time I checked. So that's pretty awesome for Prime Video as well, and also Paramount Plus as well. So make sure to like, share, subscribe to the best video. Check out my other TV show reviews as well.